Now I have a swell surprise for you.
It's so downright good.
As the time marches, people grow separation. Now I finally made it to my destination. Master of the ceremony, Detroit child prodigy. Slave to the rhythm, committed to infinite space. Initially was a lost person, wandering amongst the low points, scraping the ground, centimeters from another breakdown. And whether I tried was irrelevant. Something came to my door, heaven sent, and said that you can share the excellence as long as you understand the importance of being true to yourself. Beyond an individual fabrication, imagine the force one possesses when the evidence is more than just artificial intelligence, or stepping out of character for the president's value. Decision is now, choose your path, never look back. Such a wise statement that opened my eyes to the greatness. I gotta be mistaken. So reflection was a solitaire personal favorite state of my own to analyze. Come to the surface, surprise, realize that everything is a matter of self-determination. This is my time. Tasha brought me the water. I am now replenished. Actuality begins at stage one. Learn to separate the real from the fake ones. Nowadays, intelligence travels beyond knowledge in the class. The experience, meet the professor. Another lecture, 101 class finally in session. Passing out the syllabus to engage in moderate reflection. It's not a semester course, but more like a transition into living every day, cause everybody's unforgiving. I don't mean to be a pessimist, but estimates are too far exceeded my limits of acceptance. Personal investments have come crashing, similar to stock markets after 9/11. Total madness, leaving me with a grievance, believing that in between lines of reason people change like the seasons, to each his own. Speakers blown by reality, a double dose of something I've been missing. Negative of all intentions. As I grow, try to understand my lack of wisdom. You wanna teach, you ain't gotta ask for me to listen. I'm sick of being spit upon, drowning in the pool, self-indulgent, going to the liquor store. No more substance abuse, counteracts and disputes. Constant fighting with weapons and acting aloof. I'm disrespected, but I still feel connected to the struggle and expansion. Every day is like an advancement. Solar energy shining light on the imperfections. Every day a resurrection of thoughts connecting raw messages. Never effortless, but more so the reason I compose sentences. So what's real? Battlefields, war zones, loneliness. Searching for the evidence where proof told me this. You can look into the past as it passes. The future lasts longer than existence, permanent from a distance. Actuality, continuation. Everything developmental, such a process. Stemming from the adolescent wisdom. Listening to those who still right before you. Following the footsteps, imagining unraveling superimposed challenges. You battling the masculine perception, socializing, looking for connections. Branching on your own and claiming independence. The end of living like a victim under supervised conditions. Your first taste of freedom, exploring decision making. Nobody to pick you off the ground if you mistaken. Taken as offensive, but you a cat with a vision of taking over the planet, not understanding the mission. Funny how an egotistical mind state can erase the plan of fate, changing one day at a time by divine motion. I try to find focus, meditate and resonate wise words whenever they spoken, and hoping to receive favor from the greater power. Staying on my knees praying even at the latest hour. Took a while for me to realize that asking for assistance ain't a setback, but more like a jetpack, accelerating me to education. You can bet that I'm still learning, and just as much as 7 noticing the wheels turning, feel certain such a real purpose, and everything I do remaining cold, chilling like a thermos. Solar energy shining light on the imperfections. Every day a resurrection of thoughts connecting raw messages. Never effortless, but more so the reason I compose sentences. So what's real? Battlefields, war zones, loneliness. Searching for the evidence when proof told me this. You can look into the past as it passes. The future lasts longer than existence, permanent from a distance. Actuality is still a factor, even more so dealing with the so-called civilized. Whether it's the middle class or even into the upper echelon, the prejudice is most prevalent. Being sent through messages, often in subliminal text, the minimal form of respect. While your back is turned, cats burning bridges. Never play it close, always keep a distance. Racism never ending. Blending in society is more than simple assimilation, cause cats won't allow the penetration. Most people stick to themselves and view differences in negative lights. Such a repetitive sight since the civil rights. I don't believe the hype when they be saying your race relations is alright. Yo, I'm still a Negro searching for the theory of the equal, cause most arguments is transparent see-through.
I got something to say, man. You dig? I mean, you cats been up here rapping ain't said nothing about the real thing. You know what I mean? I got something to say, man.
Yeah. Hey, shove it back in your face. Giving you what you've been missing for so long. Yo, check it. First off, I gotta give a shout to Zowski. 7 like the center of attention, everything surrounds me. The Motor City representative, tentative breakout. Million in paper, having makeout sessions, I'm getting off. Profile remains low-key, walk of a ninja. Discipline, never harming the innocent. Fist reveals verbal commitment. Black Panther, while you MCs performance lap dances. Escort services, call women, thought your name was Skittles. Giving out your cards, telling me to taste the rainbow, but I better abstain, cause ain't no loving good enough is coming up in hip-hop. And every verse like a personal portion of A7 double strength dosage. Medication for the hopeless instead of traveling in Nova Scotia. Homebound remedies coming closer. I'm sicker than glaucoma minus the Mary Jane. Replace medicine buzz with pain. Paralyzed minds with the signature sound. Flowing is out of bounds, somewhat unapproachable to the normal. Let the truth be told, I tried to warn you, I'm doing it. Yo, I'm doing it, yo, I'm doing it. Hey, yo, I'm doing it, yo. All I need is a pencil and a steady rhythm. Bet I write a rhyme that'll crush your whole existence or hurt your feelings, dog. Yo, I'm doing it, yo, I'm doing it. Hey, yo, I'm doing it, yo. For the last time, 7 explosive like a landmine. Step to this, get blown to bits, lost every time. Clinically proven among psychiatrists. Rhymes connect through wireless beams and Bluetooth appliances. Future application and discovery set me apart. You still in the 50s, listening to your radio, walking in the dark, and everybody else catching up to the standard. 7 is a benchmark cell processor while you overheating. Just a 286 that can't compare with the words that I'm speaking, leaking off. Poisonous from the tongue, deeper than the jungles of Africa where I come from. This is not a conundrum. You want some? Wanna play the hero, Mr. Unsung? Get done like left with physical stab wounds. Your flow is a bathroom full of feces and no plunger. Not a single aerosol can. Looks like you better call the plumber, my man, cause the stench is ridiculous, borderline meticulous and inconspicuous. I'd rather deal with that crap coming from a feminist, giving chauvinistic sentiments. In other words, don't ever try to cross me. Punishment would be tremendous. Yo, I'm doing it, yo, I'm doing it. Hey, yo, I'm doing it, yo. All I need is a pencil and a steady rhythm. Bet I write a rhyme that'll crush your whole existence or hurt your feelings, dog. Yo, I'm doing it, yo, I'm doing it. Hey, yo, I'm doing it, yo. For the last time, 7 explosive like a landmine. Step to this, get blown to bits, lost every time.
Listen, I'm here to push the envelope, but get in my mail. Not paint a picture full of fiction, a cell to be a star dog. My repertoire's message is stretched beyond speakers and set a bar. Reflection of myself and all who feel the same. Familiar with concealing pain, time for healing. I hear the streets whispering my name, really. These lanes tipsy off the fame, silly. I sit and laugh, it's the path I'm on, the less travel. I'm snatching songs out of thin air, a vagabond in a sense. No image disclosed, enigma the most, but got the globe at my fingertips. Soul in my stride, glow like the phoenix bird flying when I leak the pen. Could call it nothing short of cream of the crop. Shine bright but worth more than any Tiffany's rock. Blistering hot like high temperatures, niggas just press on. Expect more, we give what we got, you gotta respect it.
Like, 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 this time suitable encore, an expression of wisdom, intellectual preservation over the rhythm. Excel off the fumes, driving myself to perfection. Take the back roads, establish the pace, more patience. It's official, come and notarize my statements. Identification, reminiscent of a signature, closing a verse, more personal. Everything in between, notice the substance. Asylum 7 is going public. In relation to music, I'm thugging, filling gaps, plugging information. Take it back to Michigan Bell, directory, phone book, yellow pages. See the listing under Michigan lyricism, one of your favorites. A combination of two of the greatest surrounding me. Y'all can't cash in with the founder fees. The first situation, administration is ran by 3. Triple dose, magnificent potency.
Non-sports nigga, non-piston lion tiger nigga, y'all rhyme suspicious. I'm Imhotep and linen, arms crossed, carried in gold caskets. I'm more Nazareth than Bethlehem, Damascus. 40 times around Jericho's walls with stereos blasting. I'm very old-fashioned. Every verse I pen contain a component of every old classic. Jump out of crates and cargo jets to carry heavy loads for my demands to pilots. If you don't conform to meet this round coming out this spiral binding, promised asylum from Prime Minister if I complete my mission. With A7 and I double, we take your lives from you. When asked what y'all wanna do, then we decide for you. It's not that I don't trust you, it's just cats that they ain't never scared with nothing to back it up like Bone Crusher. My poems function like a two-headed beast that know nothing but destruction. After the starlight, sitting in a drunk environment, bored like raw for the night. Find solace at 5% liquid, not enough to walk away tipsy. Have a sip, no troublesome gimmicks, the only benefit. Revolves in condition, total expression is given. Disappointed in living under my threshold. Let's take an example, intellectual but still dependent. Like I got a lifetime membership at my mom's crib. Forever return, give me a jet boost. Gotta let loose, put my face against the wind. Begin criticism, should have been ahead of yourself. Now you falling behind. Your biggest enemy is time itself. Can't rewind it, many have gotten lost trying to find it. A detective can never be respected if he chills. Stuff is going on outside, open your eyes, rise. A prediction of my thoughts as I come across more ways of self-help and self-improvement. It's a work in progress. Sometimes I notice I'm doing a tailspin with all the time spent.
In a tight situation, in a tight situation, in a tight situation, in a tight situation.
Is it really feasible to see a midlife crisis before a quarter century come again? Man, I guess I gotta cancel my plan. Reconstruction, too many mistakes makes for agony. Heartache, steady confusion, question mark asylum. Every time I see what the public forms, opinions I'm wildin'.
childish, inconsiderate, immature, throwing a tantrum. I used to be handsome. I blame it on my 9 to 5 residual fanfare, not equivalent to a millionaire. That's insufficient with a choice of 2 boats to go fishing. Notice how I love to complain, get on a record, start dissing, turning selfish, never satisfied. Much more to gain from a pissed off mind instead of being kind. Some say the logic is backwards, maybe that's a sign, until I recognize I walk blind. A prediction of my thoughts as I come across more ways of self-help and self-improvement. It's a work in progress. Sometimes I notice I'm doing a tailspin with all the time spent.
In a tight situation. In a tight situation. In a tight situation. In a tight situation now.
Now I'm faced with an ultimatum. Continue wrecking myself or turn about and do a 180. Maybe y'all can be proud of me. The boy finally seeing the pieces. 2020 never mistaken without glasses. New prescription on life, unlimited refills. A visual specimen syncopated with atomic movement. Not a second to waste. Too much cheese left over within this rat race. Was computerized, used the backspace. If I couldn't escape, delete it all, no kind of control. Had to return to the crux of the issue function. Inserted some space before I could place tabs on my progress, and the amount of responsibility fell squarely on my shoulders, with the mass of a boulder holding me down slowly. But I'm used to carrying all of it like a personal ornament. A prediction of my thoughts as I come across more ways of self-help and self-improvement. It's a work in progress. Sometimes I notice I'm doing a tailspin with all the time spent.
In a tight situation. In a tight situation. In a tight situation. In a tight situation now.
Of the population perception is sort of aggressive in order to protect wealth distribution and investments. Rich cater to the rich, the poor steady scrapping for change off in the distance. The other 50 try to resist. Mentality exists, this fighting and never-ending struggle. Working class raise a fist. They put us in conditions, give us limitations, boxing us in as victims, ripping into the system. They control every bit of position, and democratic representation is at a minimum. And even though we voted here in Michigan, the overall mechanism is dwindling. Urban city development lacking, fast that's backwards. High school kids don't get the education to fill out their FAFSAs. That's what I'm saying when this younger generation is slowly getting impatient with the changes that been taking place. I hate to see the smirk upon the Republicans' face, because this current election is more similar to an infection, and even clandestine to be the first step to human and political rejection. What do we do and where do we go? What do I see? The government is looking at me. Maybe because I'm not rich, or maybe because I'm black, or maybe because I got the balls to give you the facts, homie. What do we do and where do we go? What do I see? The president is looking at me. Maybe because I'm not rich, or maybe because I'm black, or maybe because I got the balls to give you the facts. Take a look at the surrounding economy. Probably the prodigy behind this operation is G.W. Bush, cause my people still pushing for something rather than sitting at home unemployed, sending resumes to internet sites. No response, college educated, gotta get something to grab his wage. I see you giving tax breaks to the 5%, wonder why the poor get pissed. No assistance, and you call upon religion and use it as your excuse to sacrifice the bodies of troops, expendable fruits of human labor. And when you sit and think about it, what is the purpose of fighting? Regulation of the oil prices, capitalistic movements, reconstruction of a government when our philosophies are useless. Foreign policy getting more confusing. We got a stake in everything, every nation. Left with a conclusion that America is stupid. Busy trying to play the superhero when in essence we be acting foolish. Internally we got problems and they coming to a head, and now I understand the outcomes. What do we do and where do we go? What do I see? The government is looking at me. Maybe because I'm not rich, or maybe because I'm black, or maybe because I got the balls to give you the facts, homie. What do we do and where do we go?
know, but do I see the president is looking at me? Maybe because I'm not rich, or maybe because I'm black, or maybe because I got the balls to give you the facts. Yeah, people, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the type to preach. I don't like to roll my ideas out on anybody else, but yo, it's time to wake up. If y'all don't see it by now, we have a dictator in office, and unfortunately, he's back for another 4 years. Everybody, we gotta do what we can. Stay alert, watch your back, and pay attention. It's getting serious, for real.
Gotta hold your weight. Magestik, gotta hold your weight. Ski, gotta hold your weight. Everybody gotta hold your weight. It's like this, check it, check it. Adjusted to normal malfunction basics, like effect going whichever direction the wind blows. Looking out as Microsoft Windows, hypnotized by the mouse clicks. The internet, his only outlet. Anti-social cause of depression, temporary connections. The cash flow is negative, thinking making an exit. Not to mention his peeps hustling, expected handouts because they know we struggling, receive nothing. Motivated big dreams of life within the castle, eating White Castles. Time is moving, it's about to pass you, froze like a statue. Not a monument, but sorta submissive and giving into all the world's dominance. F-team conglomerates, bum status. Unsatisfied with your progression, life's lesson. Better hold your weight and bench press it, get stronger. Weak minds don't never see the peace sign, the fight becomes longer.
In the rain and the thunder when the sun is gone, gotta hold your weight, hold your weight.
When you punching that clock to the early morn,
gotta hold your weight, hold your weight. We stuck in the struggle, hustling to survive. You gotta hold your weight, hold your weight. 24/7, 365. Gotta hold your weight, hold your weight. Pedal to the metal, go, andale, andale. Magestik soul, no mistake, Allah made the kind of break. Landing in Gomorrah, side of modern day poverty. Was in my jeans, cuz had no pockets for pocket chains. Hit the ground running like they parachute out of planes. Since fetal was a needle, trying to find my way out of hate. A bullet out of hell's gun, shot it straight got away. Hell is close, but telescoping heaven's a mile away. Cloudy days, mama played Michael in Purple Rain. Got silly to that mini Billy Holiday Marvin Gaye. Cannot explain the feeling when I finally rocked the stage. Fell into my calling like a singular out of range. Touring now, football, scoring like soccer games. Let's hit these countries, and Sub T is a household name. 40 days, 40 nights, only God can stop the rain. Just stay afloat, captain, with a crew that can spot the weight.
In the rain and the thunder when the sun is gone,
gotta hold your weight, hold your weight. When you punching that clock to the early morn, gotta hold your weight, hold your weight.
We stuck in the struggle, hustling to survive.
Gotta hold your weight, hold your weight. 24/7, 365. Gotta hold your weight, hold your weight. Come on, hold your weight, hold your weight. Stay strong, hold your weight, hold your weight. Everybody hold your weight, hold your weight. Get it, hold your weight, hold your weight. Come on, hold your weight. Up, wait, it gets worse. I'm from Waterworld, still we dying of thirst. They gamble dice like Michael 45 on the jers. Fiends high like the birds trying to swallow your worm. To get ahead, get bread, not following curve. You see a man's soul chase his whole body to dirt. So you can be the top 5, so fly with the verse, and still only get your slice of the pie on the first.
Doesn't matter if celebrity or unknown to forces. Unacceptable looks are personified gorgeous. Life is not a ridiculous handout, mental certificates and coupons. If you want a lot of bread, don't settle for croutons. Complacency, the perfect antagonist to immaculate action beyond average. Something else attainable, up to the self, all else falls by the wayside. Homie, why would you waste time?
freedom of expression, investment. Keep a stock in progression, monitor every step, no matter how small, insignificant, or minuscule. Though it's been a few moments of despair and depression, anger management lesson. Calm down, take another breath before you lose sight. The greatest piece of advice that life isn't a slice of one's favorite dish. Sometimes a poison that stems from our own choices. So it's best to use experience and let it benefit. Seen it before, not familiar, resemblance, relief. A chance to explore, step into another door that you never saw before. I'm looking forward to the unknown, wonder if I can make the most of it, cause nobody really does it. Have you ever seen a person who understands what it means to become older? Every day get to see the world with music to write to. It's the human life cycle development. Have you ever seen a person who understands what it means to become older? Every day get to see the world with music to write to. It's the human life cycle. At times I sit pensive, true contemplation, brain work, 1,000 miles a minute, deception controlled by the magnitude of fear. Anxiety permanently disables my ability to think clear, rationalize. Everything is out of order, don't wanna disappoint, but the pressure amounts to my biggest rival. Seen it in a relative that recently turned suicidal. Idle hands, sitting in the comfort of not being able to fail sometimes becomes an addiction. It's like a definition of taking the easy way out. Nobody can blame you or stain your image except the ones who expect you to move mountains. Those believing in your purpose, knowing that it's something special lying under the surface. So I can't half-step it cause my army really won't accept it. Have you ever seen a person who understands what it means to become older? Every day get to see the world with music to write to. It's the human life cycle development. Have you ever seen a person who understands what it means to become older? Every day get to see the world with music to write to. It's the human life cycle. Retrospect intellect, becoming wiser, sorta removed from my teenage years. No surprises, back then was more innocence at work, arrogance, Mr. Know-It-All. And so I fell for the silliest of traps, and perhaps maybe that was a method to gain knowledge, the mental retain facts. Mistakes became part of my existence. Now I know to listen, excel through failed reminiscence. Documented through penmanship, it starts with acceptance, prelude to coming with your best. And once you can identify the problems, every solution becomes more logical. Between making it happen is more probable. A force unbeknownst to the naive and false breeze that speed through life. Sever remain, pedal on cruise, observe every facet. Wisdom is everlasting. Have you ever seen a person who understands what it means to become older? Every day get to see the world with music to write to. It's the human life cycle development. Have you ever seen a person who understands what it means to become older? Every day get to see the world with music to write to. It's the human life cycle. As an artist painting on his canvas, watch him illustrate his interpretation of cancer. Not a prescription of sickness. Bacteria covered in facts, evidence leaving the track. It's mind-boggling, full throttle, responsible chaps. Lost in a hedonistic sense, pain, pleasure too intense to isolate the difference, convinced it's nothing but hellfire, but Satan waiting for us, and we deal with the suspense. Cause every action has an equal attribute and energy disperses. Negatives come with a curse when neighborhood crimes accelerate, and egotistical thoughts is commonplace. Come around your face to step across your manhood, demand goods. And if you never listen, say goodbye to your existence. Cause it's all about the paper mission, stay convicted. Even our favorite MCs say we ain't got a lot to kick it. Hey yo, it's getting serious, better prepare for the worst. I used to run away from the real because the truth hurts. Only the person that's aware will survive in this jungle. Better be focused and stay around the people that love you. Can we define justice? Police force sorta resemble criminals. And badges, no protection, only harassment. The innocent become guilty cause of filthy pigs pushing back your wig. And not to mention other shady practices, drug trafficking. And all of a sudden crack is back in the hood. Imagine if your local law enforcement stood on its own. Instead of acting as a pawn to the government's control, it's kinda bogus to see the forces of evil getting worse. American society is brought forth a curse. President, a prime example, isn't really fit for the position. And so it's only a matter of minutes before everybody loses faith and people open the floodgates to all-out civil war. Just take a look at the Middle East. Casualties rising exponentially. Suicide bombs and citizens walk the streets bearing arms. And families back home get the message by fax or phone. Lost another loved one and not a bit of compensation. This is how we evolve in this messed up nation. Hey yo, it's getting serious, better prepare for the worst. I used to run away from the real because the truth hurts. Only the person that's aware will survive in this jungle. Better be focused and stay around the people that love you. Seven concerned about the next day, what's going on tomorrow. In the future, what's to follow. Difficult to determine whether or not we fall deeper into ether or rise above the false preachers. Hypocrites giving conflicting messages, and those judgmental pointing fingers at the righteous. Critical of one's life despite all of us is being in similar likeness. Totally imperfect and searching for better purpose. Caught up in the earth's inertia, fighting off thoughts and urges. Stimulation outside of being a wordsmith is like a curve pitch. Don't know until it gets close if I'ma knocking out the pork. A swing and miss, twisting my face, frustrated disgust. I bet I fall victim to lust with such a person that I wouldn't trust. Uncontrollable, feeling like I'm getting choked and oppressed. A victim of my own flesh, failing the test. Here comes stress. No matter how many times she decides to visit, it's still hard to accept. And so I got a promise of making use of my sense common, just to benefit the situation I'm in. Hey yo, it's getting serious, better prepare for the worst. I used to run away from the real because the truth hurts. Only the person that's aware will survive in this jungle. Better be focused and stay around the people that love you. February 2005, I wake up to an alarm clock buzzing. In my ear, hit the snooze button. So luckily, I get another 15 minutes to rest. Time passing me by the second I close my eyes. Wake up slower than usual just to go to my job. Stupid. Yet another 8 hours of garbage. Repetitive trash talking and facts is off and dismissed. Start the routine, jump up out of my bed, hit the bathroom and get pissed. Don't really wanna put on a face just to get paychecks, but it's gotta be done. I hated my position, gotta take threats. But anyway, come out of the bathroom, so I'm headed downstairs. Have to get my clothes out the dryer from the previous night. Put them to the ironing board and get right. Turn on the lights. And to my surprise was my biggest nightmare. I saw my little nephew frozen, not sitting and not standing. Something hanging from the ceiling wrapped around his neck, not landing. Thought it was a joke till I saw the stretched neck muscles and suspended saliva. And this wasn't the time for Seven to lose another blood member. I stood completely lost from reality. What was I to do but stand there casually and hope that it was a dream? Couldn't take it anymore. Tears coming down my face, ran back upstairs, told my sis. Didn't really know how to explain matters
shit in Matrix, suicidal intent, lives taken. Or maybe just a fatal response to stress, feeling like he couldn't make it. Whether you hearing my thoughts, I don't know. But I'm missing you, dog, my heart needs time to grow. Whether you hearing my voice, I don't know. But I'm missing you, dog, my heart needs time to grow.
Rest in peace, boy.
Whether you hearing my prayers, I don't know. But I'm missing you, dog, my heart needs time to grow.
Rest in peace, boy.
Whether you feeling my soul, I don't know. But I'm missing you, dog, my heart needs time to grow.
Rest in peace, boy.
So many questions, wishing I had the answers. I got a mental cancer, an ongoing type of sickness. Hard to explain, being lost in a pool of mental fog thickness. What was wrong? What was going on? Was it really as troublesome as imagined to take it to past tense? Or did I disappoint you and not hang around too much? I told you that you could talk to me about anything, no matter the subject. Relax in the presence, calm down, let it out and express yourself. That was my message. Man, you don't understand. Hard for me to write these words. I'm on edge, my nerves about to explode, overload my thinking, change my direction, permanently affected by my loss up to the stars. So I gotta take these bars and use them as a catalyst, a passionate release to ensure I never step backwards and fall into oblivion, continuous over again. Only assistance I have is my guard and my pen. I remember when days chilling in the studio, listen to me spit a verse, kick a freestyle, straight wildin'. Never knew in my lab it could be so silent, but your spirit is alive, something is telling me. Though you're not upon earth, that's the greatest longevity. So let it be said, I love you, my ace. I know you in a better place, probably with a smile on your face. I pray that you call on my mistakes, and I'ma see you one day. World's greatest G. Whether you hearing my thoughts, I don't know. But I'm missing you, dog, my heart needs time to grow. Whether you hearing my voice, I don't know. But I'm missing you, dog, my heart needs time to grow. Whether you hearing my prayers, I don't know. But I'm missing you, dog, my heart needs time to grow. Whether you feeling my soul, I don't know. But I'm missing you, dog, my heart needs time to grow.
Rest in peace, boy.
When I spit, I make slits in your skin that never scab. In the lab, on some mad scientists combining paragraphs. Together, better hope the weather stay clear. One lightning bolt, throw the cold crush your career. Nightmares come to life in a flash. A contrast, I pour off tracks and cause mass. Cheering the bearer of the wild style and stripping the wearer. I'm curious from mirror, I swear it for their mothers, I'm embarrassed. A shame flames erupt from my brain when I hear the same stuff. Chained up, mentally stuck. It's kinda rough now, gotta give it up to XX. You wanna get checks, then open them up and
I know what you're thinking. Here we go again, another round collaboration with these Michigan cats that's trying to take over the nation. You're only half right, you freaking hermaphrodite. We out to run the universe. You rebel, you in a hearse. Roll with us so you get rolled over. Call me Glacius, cause I give cats the cold shoulder on a daily basis. Poker face with a hand of aces. Nothing's equivalent to how me and the clan amazes. Some get it twisted like a little kid tying laces for the first time. I put my heart, soul, and mind in every verse that I rhyme. Even though I only got 12 bars, I'm killing Fort Knox with energetic voice box.
The posse cut, so MCs posse up. Hybrid, been waiting for this chance since within my mommy's gut. Planning escape so I could rip it. A lot of MCs, they talk about it but don't live it. So I promise that I'll give it effort 100%. I'm in the booth, drunk and off proof and blunted with script, expressing anger. And the bling bling is what I aim for. Got a clip full of hop hip that's in the chamber, reversed it. Pencil full of big lead, dispersed it. In the direction of these MCs that's worthless. No, didn't rehearse this, it's strictly from the top. It's your boy R2, spitting strictly from the block, holla.
I'm sick of the false rhetoric, lost elements, lyrical warfare creates prejudice, stimulation, left wing, bigotry nonsense, 7-player dictator, socialist, Karl Marx, chauvinist, and bourgeoisie, ownership of labor conditions. Listen, work diligent, receive a pity for your wishes. Rappers checkmate, mediocre should spectate. Whack MCs, turn my stomach for some KO pectate, periodical doses. Turn the lights on, all I picture is roaches. Running for shelter, really they must have felt the rush of brilliance. Mixed with an assortment of support from 9 others while you resemble it poor performance.
On the attack like a savage with battle axe. Swing raps and watch your body collapse on impact. Spitting it vicious, committing villainous acts with the knack to flow and roll like a locomotive on tracks. A verbal serpent that's serving them syntax with a venom viciously killing them quicker than Ripper Jack. Plundering, pillaging villages with a pack of MCs that come with lungs of a dragon and breathe lethally. Cursing the earth with a sermon of dark verses and words burn you to ashes, avoiding caskets and services. Come to the midden for those that never heard of us. Witness the passionate action of verbal murderers.
In the position of independence, I've kept my pen on. Cold Michigan nights in the midst of winter. A sinister syndicate sending sentiments to the pretenders. The henchmen, hip-hop's descendants. Instant vintage as we enter this millennium. We invent rhythms of bicentennials. The uncanny X-Men versus the Sentinels. Rap styles ridiculous, look at the verses sent to you. Drastic, virtually visible. Three-dimensionally, verbally invincible. Go hard like Vince do. Convincing you the addiction is true. This is Michigan malicious condition. You're dissing, you're through.
It's gambit, snapping, verbally attacking. Rappers that spit stuff should come out backing. Marathon piss, always run in the lips. Don't care what they ship, they're still not captains. The dregs who should be swabbing the decks of my man Benny Ben, and he spins will be best with no one in the spot to witness the rubbish, trading manhood for guns and calling it thuggish. Record label darlings, he yanked by the drawstrings, reminded of a noose if one thinks about brawling. I leave my mark with my man A7. Curtis Mayfield couldn't make a greater impression.
Fully automated metropolis, a vulture's feast in a neon necropolis on a brain-dead populace. Poems imprinted with red crescent impressions from emotion repression, a verbal discretion, rhetoric heard in school sessions. American dreams are regression, phosphorescent flashes in cerebral sections from intellectual imperfection and common sense neglection. Walking in the wrong direction, these silhouettes have no reflections, controlled by the hive's infection. These alcohol-fueled corpses reek of depression. The modern cowboy tilts his brim, greets his damsel with a smile grim. Hollowed hands take life on a whim. Her brittle form was constructed from tin, but self-destructive.
The unexplainable, non-detainable, combustible force over mics. Metaphor, spit the science, I'm living appliance like crushing the mandible of rap cannibals. The $6 million man of rap, spitting lyrics mechanical. Dog, I damage you with virtualistic characteristics. Most lyricists, Fisher Price too simplistic. I'm like a kamikaze mixed with Ozzy, willing to die for hip-hop, but I bite the head off of these carbon copies who mimic and jock me. But I'm simplify over hype beats, everlasting the beef is like a vegan and white meat. Viewers' discretion is advised like a Spike Lee flick shown on the television. Edited lesbianism.
Shit, A7 handle this weapon like veterans. Way better than your Nathaniel Abrams. Kitty rappers, you killing me. Headphones on me, no saving them. Got more headlines than Jonah Jameson. Range big enough to spit to get wind of it on a space station. Every bit of this game so amazing. Go and throw it in your PlayStation. We ain't bluffing, knuckle a boss and I chuckle you nothing. Shut up when I speak like E.F. Hutton. I'm cuffing the glow with this flow. Nobody getting parole. I'm real, you dearly departed. My skills clearly retarded. Mark it down, remember this sound. ATF coming soon, clown. Start the countdown, lead town.